So there's a new gay travel show in town. My friends Nicholas Snow from Promo Homo TV has launched Outinerary. And so on this first episode, join myself and Fabrice Tasendo from Pink Media and a few other guests where we talk about LGBTQ plus travel in context of the pandemic and quarantine that's going on. So let's
Hello,
take a look.
everybody, and welcome to the world premiere of Outinerary on the Promo Homo TV network. I'm your host, Nicholas Snow. So, Outinerary, and I just couldn't believe that that name was available when I decided to come up with a specific name for my travel show. But Outinerary spotlights out in this world travel. So, much of the world offers tourism where members of the LGBTQ plus community may be themselves, while in other places we may be at risk. In addition, virtually everyone loves to travel, and this program lets us know where we can have out of this world experiences while being out in this world. If you're going to bring on the rest of our panel, with me, I have Vincent, Ivan, and Gustavo.
So anyway, what we're dealing with here, though, is that I think that it's going to be a while before people are flying around, whether, internationally, we can't go to Europe and so forth. There's a lot of restrictions. So I think it's going to be much more the drive-through markets. And so people are looking at, we got to get out. People are kind of stir crazy. So they're going to be going to places that they could drive to, whether it's hiking, remote areas, or just wherever other parts of the state where things have opened up a bit more.
It's just a time that we all have to be really flexible and be a little creative and actually keep up with the destinations and the places that we want to go to, because the information is changing so fast. Mm-hmm. So where somebody might have planned a trip a month ago, everything has changed now. The ban on Americans in Europe, that has changed things. This new spike has changed things. And I think things will just continue to change throughout the rest of the year. So I just think it's really important, especially for consumers, to keep track of where they're going and to stay informed and to be flexible with their plans, because chances are it's going to change.
I think one of the organizations that probably encapsulates all this best is IGLTA, the International Gay and Lesbian Travel Association. They really kind of keep themselves current and at the forefront of always making sure that sort of information of what is safe, what is hot, where, what areas and destinations are the best ones for us to go to right now. And a lot of business and consumers make their decisions based on that. We also touch on some of the more relevant topics. It's a unique time here with Pride Month and some of the racial protests that have gone on, kind of coming together for June 2020. We talk about diversity and inclusion and how that looks in LGBTQ plus travel.
But one thing I would say, at least in the US, and maybe in some other international destinations that are really popular with gay travelers, I think we're in a moment, and we have been in a moment for a while, where we need to revisit what does gay community mean. Like say in the US, you have places like Palm Springs or Fire Island or Russian River or Provincetown or Key West or what have you, which were really created by and for white gay men. But as the community has embraced its diversity and embraced the full spectrum of what it means to be queer, then we have to really ask ourselves: Are those places still meeting the need for the community today?
So then, from the idea of diversity and inclusion, and is it important to be represented in advertising that is targeted towards us as an LGBTQ plus traveler? The real question becomes, is that even still relevant today? Because so much of our decision-making process of where we go, what we do when it comes to travel is based upon user-generated content, what our friends and colleagues and even people we don't know, but people that are similar to us that we're finding through Twitter, through Instagram, through Facebook, where do they want to go and what are they sharing? User-generated content. And so what happens is that we get so focused on Atlantis and what they're putting out in ads, and I think it's important that the world's really been shifting where we're paying much more attention to what our friends are posting and sharing, whether that's Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. And so the power of user-generated content to really depict the true diversity of events and cruises and so forth, I think is going to be more and more important as the years go on.